Hi and welcome to Film Waffle, and before we get to some Terminator news, it looks like Joseph Gordon-Levitt is going to produce and star in a new Fraggle Rock movie. That's right, I just said Joseph Gordon-Levitt is going to help make and be in a Fraggle Rock movie. A film adaptation of the old Jim Henson TV show has long been buried underground, since about 2006 to be exact, and since then they've been trying to write and rewrite it to get it ready for the big screen. The news that Joseph Gordon-Levitt has stepped on board is a bit of good news for everybody involved, I think. In terms of this movie news, I'm going to say this is ready to go. And the reason I'm saying that is, think of the Muppet movie. That did really, really well. Once we got some good acting chops in front of the camera and some good minds behind the camera as well. And it really gave it the boost it deserved. It made it something special. It gave it the reboot power that it really needed in the Cineplex. This is similar yet different at the same time. Joseph Gordon-Levitt has kind of gathered a bit of a reputation for going for more serious fare. For example, he's going to be in a dramatised adaptation of the documentary Man on Wire, which is this amazing documentary about a walker going between, on a tightrope, the Twin Towers in New York City back in the 70s. So to hear that Gordon-Levitt is going for something as light-hearted as this, that's absolutely great news. And for him to go for something that seems so out of step with everything he's done recently, I think this is awesome. Something special must have dragged him on board. Now all we need is Third Rock from the Sun reloaded, and then we're sorted here. And speaking of reboots, there's a new Terminator movie, Terminator Genesis, Beyond Salvation already. It certainly sounds like it. Jai Courtney has basically said that in taking on the role of Kyle Reese, he's not going to refer back to any of the James Cameron original movies' interpretation of Kyle Reese, which was played then by Michael Biehn, who you also saw in Aliens. That's right, even in a film that has an intersecting timeline with the original movie, it sounds like he's making no attempt to actually refer back to the original performance in any way, not even to slightly reference it, which I find quite odd. He says it's a standalone movie, but I'll tell you in a second, I don't think it is. All evidence points to this being an X-Men Days of Future Past style rejig of the original timeline, so although Jai Courtney says it is a standalone movie, I don't buy it. Likewise, I don't think he's got any excuse to veer away from Michael Biehn's original performance and not to reference it in any way. It sounds mad, because this is not some sort of legendary character. This is not someone taking on the role of Joker like Jared Leto is from the late Heath Ledger. Or perhaps someone stepping in to say Wolverine or Iron Man's shoes after those actors have left the series. Now, this is a character that Anton Yelchin, for instance, had no problem taking on in Terminator Salvation and doing quite a good riff on his character. He sort of made him a bit different, but also had a bit of a reference. As an actor, he took on some of the original characteristics that Michael Biehn put into his 80s movie performance. Of course, Terminator Salvation is a really bad film, but Anton Yelchin's performance actually makes it kind of okay, almost bearable for those 2.5 billion hours or whatever that it's meant to take to watch it. Me, I totally bin this news, and why do I bin this news? Well, whichever publicist allowed him to say this is doing the film no favours. It's already very muddled. We've seen the trailer and it kind of hints, like I said, that this is an X-Men Days of Future Past kind of rejig of the timeline. But at the same time, now Jai Courtney is saying this is a standalone film. But when you watch the trailers, it's very clear that the lead star, Emilia Clarke, is clearly doing everything she can to channel the original Sarah Connor from those old movies. So what he says actually makes no sense whatsoever. My prediction, of course, is that when this film comes out, people will see his performance and they won't care as to whether he's referencing Michael Biehn or not. Why? Well, probably not for any good reasons. My prediction is that this is going to get a kind of Phantom Menace reception. It's going to get like some okay reviews when it comes out, saying, yeah, it's not as good as the originals, but it's worth a watch. But then in the years to come, history will really judge it in not a very good way. But who knows, maybe Jai Courtney's a genius and I can't wait to be proven wrong.